Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. It's Thursday. I will have the numbers for you a little later this afternoon. As you can see, it's 20 minutes before the hour of 11 o'clock on Thursday. It is December the 17th, my day 273 of reporting the numbers to you from my condo here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today is day 8 of Hanukkah, 8 days until Christmas, 15 days left in this year, 52 days until the Super Bowl that will be played over in Tampa. As I tell you every day, I'm reporting to you from Vero Beach, from my condominium here at Victoria, 13 acres of paradise. Don't forget to push the like button. I appreciate that very much. Please don't forget those school zones over there. I don't know whether we're going to have any school zones over there next week, but when the lights are flashing, you need to go 20 miles an hour, and they mean business. Also, come on, guys, don't forget to get that flu shot. You really need to get it, especially right now with all this stuff going on. All right, we are in a really major balancing act because there's two parallel things taking place. Number one, the race is on. Right now, you have to be responsible, self-isolate as much as possible, distance space, mask up, and don't engage in gatherings. Now, if you could do that, if you were very, very careful. Now, look, I understand you people that have to go to work, you go to work and do the best you can with what you got, wear your mask, do what you're required to do there, and you need to do that. I'm not talking to you folks. I'm talking to the older people like myself and the people who live here on the island. You know, just don't go to the grocery store 5 times a week. Don't go every day. Just go once a week or once every other week. That would be a really good thing, because here's what we have to do. The next thing we're going to do, first let me tell you about mission number 1. Reduce the number of deaths. Well, how are we going to do that? We're going to inoculate all at-risk elder nursing home residents, healthcare workers, and first responders. So those people are going to get that vaccine first. Now, as you know, we're expecting to get the Moderna vaccine. That should start rolling out next week. That will help us along very much. So, number 2, if we can get these people inoculated, the people who are passing away more frequently than anybody else are the elderly people in nursing homes that are more susceptible to this virus and can't recover from it. So they're trying to get all of those people, plus the people that all the elderly people, get those people inoculated first. Now, if they can get those people done, and those are the people who are passing away first, then we can get down to people like us, which won't be until January or February of next year. So that means what we need to do to stop getting all these people affected by COVID-19 is we have to be responsible, as I said, self-isolate as much as possible, distance space, mask up, and don't engage in gatherings. And this is going to be a very difficult thing to do over the holidays because you want to get together, you want to go out with your friends to dinner, you want to have parties, you want to do all sorts of stuff, and it's a really bad idea. This is not normal. This is a non-normal year. Do not act like it's a normal year. Honest and truly, we can do this. But there are 2 events taking place. One is we're hitting the peak of the pandemic right now because it's the holiday season. More people are getting affected. And because it's colder outside, and we're not spending as much time outside as we were in the summertime. So we're going through this next phase. Many people can get sick from the virus. That's probably okay. We do know that there are some lingering side effects to some of the people who do get it, but most important is we don't want people to die. So we're going to try to knock the deaths down first, and that hopefully the vaccine will do that. We're not going to see the results of any of this stuff until February or March, when we will begin to see if we're actually doing the right thing. Now, we are expected to get the approval by the end of the day tomorrow for the Moderna vaccine, and it uses a very similar mechanism for the way they put it together with this RNA type technology that BioNTech uses, making it a better option for remote and rural use. Both vaccines are about 95% effective in preventing the illness in the clinical trials. Now, I do need to remind you, yes, a couple of people have gotten sick from it, and they have because they had an allergic reaction to it. So if you have allergies of some sort, you probably are not a good candidate to get this sort of thing. But other than that, so far everything has been good, and we haven't heard anything really bad take place. Now, you may hear about some of these bad things that have taken place, but to the best of our knowledge, they have all been a result of the allergies. So you better get the whole story before you start believing all the naysayers that are putting this information out. Now, bad news for Florida. For the fourth time in a week, Florida has reported more than 10,000 new cases of COVID-19. Like every day, it's some big number, some huge number. Yesterday, it was 11,541 new COVID positive cases. And another 122 residents died linked to COVID-19. Now, I wish I could tell you about those deaths and tell you how many of those people were in nursing homes, because I don't know the answer to that. I do know that 122 people passed away, and that's a final number. Now, that 11,541 means that a majority of those people are going to get well, and that's a good thing. And some of the people will end up with lingering problems, heart problems, all kinds of stuff. So, it's not a good thing to get it, but at least you probably will get well from it. But we have to start getting these deaths down. Right now, we've been over 100 for quite some time. The state reported a daily positivity rate of 9.27 yesterday, and that's down from 9.62 on Tuesday. So the positivity rate did go down a little bit. That's, the number of cases versus the number of testings that we have had, and that's a one-day number, only a one-day number. As of Wednesday, there were 4,624 people hospitalized in Florida, and that's a lot of people in the hospitals. But at the peak, we had 9,500 during the summertime in July, and that was October the 19th. But the numbers have been steadily going up. So we haven't hit that. We haven't gotten near 9,500, but we are at 4,624. So that means we got a bunch of people going into the hospital, about half as many as we had before. But still, nonetheless, only you can prevent this thing from spreading. There's nothing else you can do. No pills you can take or anything. You just, until we get that vaccine out there, you are the only one that can control this. I hear about all these places opening and closing, and restaurants opening and closing, and that's all the TV is talking about all the time. The bottom line is, these aren't places you really need to be going to. Please. I go out. Yes, I have gone out a couple of times. Hardly. And one time I went, maybe in the past month, I went over to Vines and sat in the pavilion, which is they're 8-10 feet apart. There weren't very many people there, and ate there and moved on. And that was a very pavilion is sort of outside. It does have air blowing through it. It does have a roof on it, but it's not enclosed. So, pretty nice setup at Vines here at Indian River Shores. On Wednesday, the FDA spokesman told Fox News that a single vial of the vaccine from Pfizer contains 7 doses, and it was previously announced that the vial held 5 doses, and so they were throwing the rest of it away. Now, they haven't quite come up with whether it's a good idea to mix doses from one vial to another, so they haven't quite worked that out, but it is possible they can stretch some of these doses out just a little bit. So I always say, only you can slow down this pandemic. All right, here we go. We're going to jump right into the weather forecast today. Today's going to be kind of a fast deal. Tomorrow, I'll give you a little bit more information, because hopefully tomorrow we're going to have the approval on the Moderna vaccine, and then we'll know a little bit more about that and how many they're going to put out. It's going to be a little bit cooler than it was in the past 24 hours here on the Treasure Coast. This is the weather forecast for the Treasure Coast, and there is the map of our Treasure Coast, and you can see it right down there. We're just north of a little bit of Palm Beach. Today we can expect 17% chance of rain, cloudy skies with some morning fog. Well, that's already passed. High 72 degrees today on Thursday. Winds northwest to 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then tonight for Thursday night, low 46. That's going to be pretty cool tonight. 46 degrees, 5% chance of rain, mainly clear skies, low 46. The winds are northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then tomorrow on Friday, the last day of our work week, high will be about 65, low of about 57 degrees, 5% chance of rain on Friday. Expect a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high near 65 degrees, and the winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. I'm going to put the information up here about the Christmas star. Don't forget, December the 21st, you're going to see that Christmas star. It hasn't been here for 800 years, and it will be December the 21st. And as we get a little bit closer to December the 21st, I'll tell you exactly where you will be looking for it. But it's going to be between, I think, around between 5 and 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'll tell you where to see that. Alrighty, folks, let's jump right in here to the numbers and see how the numbers fare today. Like I say, here it is. It's coming up at 10 minutes till 11 o'clock in the morning. The information that I have given you, the information that I tell you in the audio portion of this first segment, this first 10 minutes, is from yesterday. Nothing to do with today. The new information I put up, which you will see up here on the numbers when I post those numbers right there are the numbers from today, and they're not from 10 minutes of 11. They're from 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon when they finally did come in. Those are the numbers from this afternoon. The ones I just gave you were from yesterday. Alrighty, here we go. Let's jump right into the numbers. Hi everyone, Ron Crider here in the numbers department. It is Thursday. It is December the 17th, and the time right now when I'm doing this is about 3:13 in the afternoon. Still probably won't see it till about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Need to correct my pronunciation of Moderna, the vaccine that's expected to receive approval tomorrow. Sorry about that. Earlier in the video, I did not pronounce it correctly. I'm so sorry about that. I hate making mistakes like that, and I make plenty of them. I'm sorry. All right, folks, let's take a look at the entire state of Florida. So our deaths for the entire state of Florida are in the green today, 101. We're still over 100, but we're down by 11 from yesterday on Wednesday. Yesterday it was 112. Now the positivity, look at this. The positivity rate is totally positive. Unbelievable. 13,148. That's up by 1,607. Yesterday it was 11,541. The most we've ever had was 15,300, and it looks like we're trying to get there. That's just horrible. Absolutely terrible. Good news is the deaths are down. We're pushing for that. Right now, we are hoping that this vaccine will begin to get into the people who are susceptible to dying the quickest and take care of those before they get COVID-19. But the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida was 8.18. That's down from yesterday. That means 8.18 is the percentage of people who were tested versus the number of tests that were given. Alrighty, let's go down here to Dade County. This is Miami-Dade. 5 new deaths to report, 2,582 new positives. 8.84 is the positivity rate for Miami-Dade. And then we'll take a look at Broward. 3 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 1,108 new positives. And Broward County is Fort Lauderdale. Their positivity rate is down to 7.22. In Palm Beach County, 8 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 791 new positives. Their positivity rate is also down to 7.23. Orange County is Orlando, 13 new deaths to report, 811 new positives. Their positivity rate, believe it or not, is down from where it was yesterday to 9.69. Not down a lot, but hey, 9.69 is better than it was yesterday. Now, Brevard County, that's Melbourne, 4 new deaths to report, 210 new positives. Their positivity rate also is down to 6.47. That's in Brevard County, that's Melbourne. Now we're looking at St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County, I should put a 0 in there because it is a 0. No new deaths to report in St. Lucie County. 156 new positives, but look at their positivity rate, twice as much as it should be, 10.90. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at Martin County now. Once again, Martin County, we got to put a 0 in there because that's 0. No new deaths to report in Martin County, 105 new positives. But look at their positivity rate, 11.73, more than double what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to never be over 5%. And in Indian River County, once again, no new deaths to report, so we'll put a 0 in there, 58 new positives. Now, of those 58 positives, 15 of those are in zip code 32960. 6 are in zip code 32963. That's here on the Barrier Island. And 5 of them are in zip code 32967. Positivity rate for Indian River County, where we are here in Vero Beach, is 6.31, and that's down from whatever it was yesterday. Sorry, I don't know what it was yesterday, but it is down. Now let's take a look at our deaths. These are the 7-day moving averages for the deaths for the entire state of Florida. That means that 101 persons passed away each day for the past 7 days. And this is what they were for the past 7 days. Yesterday was 101. The day before that was 112, 83, 137, 81, 71, and 123. So 101.14 is the number that we're looking at today. Now we're going to go over here and take a look at these new cases. And once again, this is in graph form, and we look back here where we started in March, and we got way, way, way up here in the summertime. But look where we're going. We're headed right back up where we were before in terms of cases. And I'll apply the 7-day moving average and look at that climbing back up. It's looking almost the same as it is over here. Not quite yet, because we haven't spiked out at something over 15,000, and we're hoping we're not going to get there. But we're like today, we're at 13,000. You will not see that on this chart. That won't show up until tomorrow. But today is the worst day we have had in a really long time. And the only day that was worse than that was 15,349. I think there was another one in there for 14,051, and that was July the 16th. Not a good thing. So it's a race to the finish line, folks. You know what I say every day, it's up to you. Only you can prevent this from spreading, and the only way you can do it is distance, space, wear your masks, try not to go out too frequently. I mean, you don't want to go out unless you have to. Now, if you're a working person, that's a totally different thing. We're dealing with the older folks over here on the barrier island. We don't want to get sick, and we don't want to die. Now, these are the deaths. Not something I really like to talk about, but there it is, and I've applied the 7-day moving average, so you see how bad it was over here. I mean, we had a day over here where we had 276 deaths August the 11th, and we've gone a number of days this week over 100, but the bottom line is it is sort of creeping up, but we're going to work on that. That's the thing we're working on right now, are the deaths, getting the vaccinations into the homes of the healthcare facilities where we have the elderly folks living, getting them vaccinated before they get COVID-19, and that should take care of them, and that we might be able to start slowing down. See, approximately 60% of the people who pass away are elderly people. If we can get those elderly people vaccinated very, very quickly, we can begin to slow that down very quickly. The younger people aren't as susceptible to passing away, and we're more interested in getting the deaths to stop than we are right now stopping anything else or slowing down the pandemic, because we gotta stop the deaths right now. That's the most important item. All right, here we are taking a look at the deaths. This is 48 hours ago, not 24, but 48 hours ago, and I'm going to show you the. Here you go. Okay. So 3,558 for the entire United States. California was in first place or worst place with 407. Pennsylvania in second place with 262. Texas in third place with 256. Illinois was in fourth place with 190. Kansas was in fifth place with 144. Indiana was in sixth place with 133. Jersey was in seventh place with 125. 125 for Jersey. Ohio was 124 in eighth place. Florida was in ninth place with 112. New York was in 10th place with 112. We'll continue to go down here to Michigan. Michigan was in 13th place with 93. Minnesota, for our Minnetonka friends up there, in 14th place with 92. Wisconsin, 15th place with 74. Look at Colorado, 71 in Colorado in 17th place. Massachusetts, 70 in 18th place. Our neighbor Georgia in 19th place with 68. Maryland in 20th place with 64. Missouri, 21st place with 59. And then we'll go down just a little bit further till we get to another place where people are interested in hearing what we have to say. These are people who live around here near us. And we'll scroll all the way down to Kentucky in 37th place with 23. New Hampshire in 38th place with 21. Rhode Island in 39th place with 20. Utah in 40th place with 19. Idaho in 41st place with 17. Iowa in 42nd place with 14. Montana was in 44th place with 10. We'll go down just a little bit further for Vermont was in 46th place with 5. And Maine was in 49th place with 2. Wyoming was 0. and District of Columbia was 0. So those are the numbers for the entire United States 48 hours ago. All right, now we're going to take a look at the global view. This is the big view. These are the worst numbers. I tell you that every day. All the cases in the United States since we started back in March, 17,110,219. Those are all the positive cases. USA deaths, 309,334. Global cases, 74,687,157. And global deaths, 1,657,132. And those are the numbers for today. Today is Thursday, September the 17th. And I put these numbers up here. I'm finishing this right now at 3:32. So by 5 or 5:30, hopefully we'll be able to get it posted. Thank you very much, folks, for watching this video today. I appreciate it. Appreciate you giving me a like, because that means that I know you care and you really care about me continuing to do this. We got to fight this thing. We can beat it. And we're on our way. We got two events going on right now. Or 3 events. We have the new vaccine coming out, the Moderna. I'm going to learn to say it correctly. Moderna is coming out. Hopefully we'll have approval for that tomorrow, and by early next week we'll be receiving that vaccine as well. That's the thing that's going to hopefully start curtailing the deaths. It's not going to help us a whole lot with our positivities numbers going on a site right now. Only you can stop those. That's totally up to you folks. You can make that happen. So please try. Please distance space. Please wear your masks. Don't go out if you don't have to. I'm talking to the older people. You young people that have to work and you have to do what you have to do, just be careful. Be as careful as you can. Hope you have a very, very pleasant and safe day today, Thursday. Have a blessed Thursday. Ron Crider signing off. I'll see you back here on Friday. Have a great night.